Hi, welcome to How to Draw Simple. Today we're going to learn how to draw an owl. Let's start off with a long, wide curve across here for the top of the owl's head. Then, a small pointed tip curving up from this end, and a smaller one underneath it that swoops down into the middle like so for the eyebrow. On the left side, mirror these steps as well. Then, a line coming down with a slight curve for the sides of the head. From the left end, continue the line curving out and back down like so for the back of the owl. Then, a big checkmark shape underneath that comes up and turns to the left for the wing. On the right side, continue the line like before, curving out and down. But this time, have the line swoop down and under like so for the owl's belly. Under the belly, draw a short line coming down to the leg that turns out and back for a talon. Then, a curved line turning down to a point, and two curves coming back up to the leg before turning straight up back to the belly. Repeat these steps one more time, just to the right for the other leg. And from here, let's give our owl a thick branch to stand on with a line coming across to this foot, a line between, and continuing on this side. I'm going to add a little twig sticking out from the branch here for some added detail. Then, one more line underneath for the bottom of the branch, starting thick on the left and getting thinner and thinner towards the right. Underneath the wing, draw a short line down to the branch to start the owl's tail. Then, two small V-shapes underneath the tip for the tail. On the owl's face, draw an upside-down teardrop for the beak. And under each of the eyebrows, a big circle for an eye. And inside, a thicker, smaller circle for the pupil. Here's the tip. Start with a simple circle and just keep going around and around, making it slightly thicker until it looks right. And then, do the same on the other side, going around and around until it matches. On the sides of the owl's face, add two thin, curved lines coming down to give it some more shape. Then, on the wing, add a line curving up like so for some more detail. Next, add some small V-shapes across its belly for its feathers, a few more on the wing, and a few more super tiny ones on top of the head. Finally, add some short, thin, wavy lines along the branch for the bark texture. And now you've got an owl! And a special thanks to Joao for suggesting this week's video and naming him Connor. If you have any suggestions or requests of your own, definitely let us know in the comments. And check out these videos for more. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel.